Does Slaanesh have the best Chaos Space Marines? Now, did you know that Slaanesh had their own specific Chaos Space Marine riders? These Space Marines would be riding some very funny looking beasts indeed. The beasts, I don't know their exact name, look very much like the fiends of Slaanesh to me. What I quite like is that Slaanesh has decided to have some living beasts rather than motorcycles for their Chaos Space Marines to ride upon. However, why was it only Slaanesh that got some living mounts for their Space Marines? Maybe there were some others. Do Khorne Juggernauts count? Anyway, let's jump in and have a look at these Chaos Slaanesh Space Marine riders. Warhammer 40,000 Rogue Trader. Likes! Around September 1988, Games Workshop and Citadel Miniatures released some Chaos Renegade Slaanesh riders for Rogue Trader. These would set you back a hefty £3.50 for each, which at the time I imagine was actually quite expensive. There were two Chaos Renegade Slaanesh riders released. Both consisted of a Fiend of Slaanesh being ridden by a Chaos Space Marine. So the first of the Chaos Riders is a Fiend with a single head. He has a very long, lovely pink tongue, an almost fishy style tail. It reminds me of some sort of fin that you might see on an eel or something, and a very strange Chaos Renegade or Chaos Space Marine sitting on it. I'm not 100% sure on what weapon he actually has. It looks like a shotgun of sorts with the dual barrels there. Maybe it's an auto gun, maybe it's an interesting corrupted bolter. He also has some amusing horns which curve downwards, giving him an almost sad look, or maybe the look of a lop-eared bunny. Now, a few of you might have noticed Pikachus over here on the painting table, and someone once told me that Pikachus was associated with Slaanesh, and I'm not sure why. Now, interestingly, with this specific Pikachus, if you turn it over, we're not looking at his bum, we're looking at this tag here. Don't know if you can make that out, but it's very interesting because on the back, just below the all new material content sign, it says, if you're enjoying this video, then please like it and consider subscribing to the channel. That means you, Ryan. If you are enjoying the content here on the channel, then please consider joining the Patreon, the link to which is in the description below or up here. Stand up, Pikachus. I think I need to glue him down. Some might argue that the second Chaos Slaanesh Renegade Rider is the more interesting of the two. It still has the fishy tail look like the first one, but this one has two heads, which means he has two tongues. Again, both the tongues are sticking out. However, this one does not have any horns. The Chaos Rider on this Fiend of Slaanesh has a more standard, corrupted looking bolter weapon. And again, the rider also looks like a more typical Chaos Renegade of the time, with the ribbed piping, and again he has the two antennae meeting in the middle above his head. It doesn't appear to be holding any special eyeball or weird gem this time. It does have the ribbed piping coming out of his throat, going around to his back, giving this one an almost Nurgle look, but again, they are designated Slaanesh riders. So although he looks to be Nurgle, apparently he is not. Maybe they rebranded him later on. Or could a Nurgle Marine ride a Fiend of Slaanesh? If you think they can, let us know in the comments below. So they were the Chaos Space Marine Riders of Slaanesh. What did you think of those? Which one of the two riding beasts, and marines I guess, was your favourite? Did you own any Slaanesh Chaos riding beasts? Did you prefer the one with 2 heads or just one, like Pikachu here. He only has 1 head, thankfully, although someone once did tell me he's a bit two-faced. Why did only Slaanesh get their own custom mounts? We're not going to count Khorne Juggernauts, although I think actually we probably should. Do you prefer riding mounts of Slaanesh, or would you prefer motorbikes? Now, when I look back at these mounts of Slaanesh, I really like the one with the long tongue. It reminds me of a scene from Nightmare on Elm Street Part 2, where his tongue flicks out onto somebody's chest. I do enjoy the way the Fiends of Slaanesh, or the riding beasts of Slaanesh, sounds like a Michael Jackson song about to start. I do enjoy the way they've been painted. They've been painted in a really nice pastel pink and blue scheme. I would myself like to see a new version of Chaos Space Marines riding on their riding beasts of Slaanesh. If you want to see some more Oldhammer videos like Pikachus here, and I know you do, then check out the playlist up here somewhere. As always, thank you very much for watching, and always remember to drill your barrels. He's drunk again.